There's a new best defense that's taking over the Madden community, and it's way better than the previous best defense here in Madden 26. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to run it and start dominating on defense. But I will warn you, if you skip the breakdown of the nickel wide, it could be the reason you're still giving up 40 points a game and have no chance on defense. I wouldn't want that to happen to you. Let's jump right into it. Alright, so like I mentioned, we're going to be here in the nickel wide defense. I'll have the playbooks on the screen that this is in. Right now I'm in the Dolphins defense, just, if you want to run that. But we're going to start out with probably the best comparison of why this defense is so good. So obviously you have your nickel 3-3 single mug that everyone's pretty much been in since the game came out. You're going to have your Texas 4-man stunt, which we'll go ahead and show off right here. Spread that defensive line. Go ahead and hover with your user over the top of this defender right here, and so when they go to take the snap, a lot of time you're going to see guys going to come in free. That time we get a quick shed, well-timed shed. But I mean, I don't really have to go through and explain this, right? I mean, we've seen this so many times. This is what you play against. I mean, they're going to pass commit, and then boom, we're going to take it, and there you go. Alex Highsmith comes in free. So that's great. That's a great defense, and it's been something that everyone's been able to run. Well, there are a couple things that kind of make this defense a little bit worse here. So the first thing is, if I go ahead and set it up the same way, there's actually a QB rollout glitch. So, well, there's really two. Really what you can just do is take the snap with your quarterback and then just start air trucking. I don't know why. Yeah, you can just start air trucking like that to get outside the pocket. You see we're using Matthew Stafford right here, and I mean, it doesn't matter, right? It's pretty easy. And so you're going to be able to see right here, we're going to block Kyron Williams. I mean, if I wanted to get out to this side, I would just keep air trucking like that. And for some reason, air trucking is better behind the line of scrimmage than it is. Really, all moves are better behind the line of scrimmage with your quarterback than they are when you pass the line of scrimmage. But you can see how you can pretty easily break contain even with slow quarterbacks in this game when you're playing against this Texas 4-man stunt. But the second thing that I'll talk about why this single mug defense isn't as good, and don't worry, I'm going to get into the nickel wide and why it's so much better, but we want to have a demonstration of why the single mug is a little bit worse here. So if they go ahead and set pass protection for this, all they really have to do is double team one of the ends, boom, and then you're going to ID this other guy right here. So even when they spread their line, you're going to see we block Kyron Williams. Blitz is pretty much blocked, and then we're going to have a wide open receiver right there on the sideline. Whereas if they don't set pass protection, you're going to be able to come in free. But when they do, honestly, pretty easy blitz to block, right? Spread that line, double team him. I mean, you can use base protection, and I would pretty much always recommend blocking your running back to make sure that these guys don't, because you could set great protection sometimes and they can still just whiff. So having your running back there as well makes this a bit better. But you see this time, once again, another clean enough pocket to be able to make a timely read. But yeah, so that's why the single mug is a little bit worse than it's been. People have kind of figured out how to beat it. And then also there's a QB kind of speed boost glitch that I talked about in a YouTube short. If you want to go check that out, the title card will be at the top. It's crazy. It's even better than that air trucking that I just showed you. But if we come to this nickel wide and show you why this blitz is so good or so much better, we're going to hold our custom stunt, and then we're going to again choose the Texas 4-man custom stunt, and once again we're going to spread our defensive line and we're going to pass commit. Alright, so offense is going to just set base protection, right? They're maybe going to go ahead and send 5 out right here, and you're going to be able to see where, boom, I mean, those guys come in free very, very often. And this defense is perhaps, I mean, it's the new best defense, and I'm about to show you why. But this is the basic blitz, right? This is what you've seen all year. Pretty much the same thing, where it's still the Texas 4-man stunt. One of these guys easily going to be able to come in free almost every single time. So the reason why this is so good and why I'd recommend you use it is if I set it up the same way, where I spread my line, I pass commit, right? Now when the offense goes to try to set pass protection, you can't double team. You can't double team these edge guys. They're too far out. And it's really honestly kind of crazy that this is even a thing. I guess they're just too wide, to be able to double team. But can you ID so they can still ID one of them, which is really only half the battle out here in pass protection, right? To really block this blitz, you want to be able to double team one of these guys to make sure that the offensive line blocks him. You're going to be able to see, boom, you're still able to get TJ Watt to come in free, and the running back has to pick him up, right? And that's what's so great about this blitz is, okay, because they can't double team, well, one of the guys is going to come in free, and it's up to the running back. And honestly, you get TJ Watt or your best pass rusher lined up one-on-one against a running back, I'm kind of disappointed in him that he didn't just run through that guy. But you're going to be able to see it once again. So they're going to go ahead and, again, they can't double team, trying to double team. And honestly, double teaming one of the DTs doesn't help you at all. Why would you want to double team a guy who's just a decoy? You don't want to do that. So, yeah, they go ahead, set their protection right here, right? Base protection, ID this guy is the mic, block your running back. And so then you're going to be able to see that when we go ahead and take this snap, hover over. Now, but that's kind of what I'm talking about, where that's textbook. That's way better than single mug, because with the single mug, when they set their pass protection, the offensive line takes care of these guys. Well, now it's up to their running back to have to do it. And this doesn't even take into account sheds, because these other guys can certainly shed the offensive line. But think about this. This is a 4 against a 6. And this is pretty much, as close to an instant sack as you can get. The running back just does a terrible job right here. And this is what I mean, where these running backs, they're not supposed to be able to block defensive linemen, especially when you have super talented defensive linemen like the Steelers do. He's just going to run through him. So bottom line, when they can't set pass protection for this defense, or adequate pass protection to really be able to protect their quarterback, they're not going to do anything. And obviously, I don't know, I think that when you're playing against this, like if I was playing against this, I would at least try to block my running back on every play, because that extra chip is, helpful, I guess. But I'm still pretty disappointed in the fact that my running back or my line really can't block this guy. And it really has just to do with the way that the formations align. You can't double team the defensive ends, which is the key note that makes this pass protection so good. And when you can't do it against nickel wide, that's why this blitz and this custom stunt is so dominant. Alright, a quick little update for you guys. The best new defense here that's kind of taken over here in Madden 26 from the nickel wide formation. Now, don't get it mistaken, the 3-3 single mug is still a very valuable defense, right? Because obviously when you're playing against people who don't know how to set pass protection, beautiful. Blitz is still perfect how it has been all year. But when you're playing against those people who know the pass protection, that's where I would use the nickel wide. And I would say that maybe the stunt in nickel single mug is still a little bit better than this one in nickel wide. It's just, it's way more counterable. So, you still want to be in a defense that probably has both of these, and then depending on who you're playing against is kind of where I would decide, do I want to run single mug or do I want to run nickel wide? But comment down below what questions you have, how you can make the blitz better, or any other Madden 26 related questions you have. I'm certainly willing to answer them down below. But if you want to learn 3 defensive tips that will take your defense to the next level regardless of how good you are at the game, click this video on the screen right here. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.